Welcome to the Rhythms of New York. I'm Mariana Ava, and I'm your host for today. It's with a broken heart that I come to tell you that Dave Brodsky, your eternal host, is no longer on earth with us. He's been promoted to a more peaceful place, and today, the show is in memory of him. We have a couple of guests. Qurrat Ann Kadwani is one of them. She's an actress, MC, and a director who was discovered by Dave Brodsky. She'll be speaking to us a little bit more about her career and how she met him. And we also have Celinez Bosque, who started the Rhythms of New York with Dave Brodsky. I'm Mariana Ava, and you're watching the Rhythms of New York. We're here with Qurrat. Hi, Qurrat. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Thank you for being on the show today. And I'd like her to tell us a little bit about how you and Dave met.
Absolutely. Back in October, I joined Twitter for the first time, and I didn't know what I was doing on there. I was just sort of adding people who lived in the Bronx. I'm originally from the Bronx. People who were in entertainment, in the media, and I added Dave, and he started following me as well. He started tweeting to me, writing to me on Twitter, saying that he is a producer and that all the different projects that he's working on. And then all of a sudden he started emailing me directly because he said that he was very interested in my play, my solo play, They Call Me Q. So after that, he started asking me when's my next show. And it just so happened that I was in November in Long Island City, to which he came to 2 performances, one of which was on his birthday. And then he also came to the final round because it was a competition.
Wow.
During this time, he was also sending out press releases on my behalf, didn't ask me for anything, just said, do you want me to do it?
And that's
said,
the
sure.
person Dave was.
Yeah, and exactly. And at first I was so skeptical because it's so rare to meet a person like Dave.
Who gives so much and asks for so little.
He just gives because he is a believer. He believed in me, he believed in my play, and he just wanted to do something good.
Right.
And it took me a while to realize who he was. It took me a while to realize, wow, this is, the type of person that you hope exists.
Right, and we're very fortunate and blessed to have met him and have spent some time and learned from him as well. But you mentioned about the competition that you participated in, the play. Would you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I have a solo play, a one-woman show, where I played 13 characters in 1 hour.
Wow.
Yes, thank you. I started developing it 4 years ago, actually. It was quite a long process to develop the plot lines, to develop the themes, to make it a universal story. It's about me growing up Indian in the Bronx and the multitude of experiences I had with the different cultures and just sort of fitting in and coming into my own skin. It took me a long time to really make sure that the text was very strong. In 2012, it all came together. A door opened for me. I started really focusing on the text some more, and then I got into the Chicago Fringe Festival in September.
Very nice.
Thank you. So I started really working on the characterizations, the acting, the memorization. I had 5 weeks to get it together, which was very stressful.
Very short time.
Very short time. But what was remarkable about Chicago was that all the audiences loved it. And we had Indian people in the audience, white people, black people, and everyone was sort of coming up to me after the show, telling me what appealed to them. So that was really exciting for me as a writer because that was my goal. I wanted to create a universal story.
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
That was your goal, and you obviously achieved it. Very
Yes,
nice.
thank
Congratulations,
you.
Qurrat.
Thank you. And then
That's
I went
great.
to this festival in Long Island City in November, which was a competition, and there was a prize for the best actress.
Which you won.
Yes.
Yes. So that just proves how talented you are. I've heard a lot about the show, about your play, including Dave Brodsky was one of the persons who actually highly spoke of you, of your talent, and of your play as well. And you mentioned about how everybody can relate to this play. And I know it's from the title, from the beginning, once you read the title, you can sort of have many ideas of what the play could be about if you don't know it already. So could you just discuss with us what was the reasoning behind you creating that title for the play?
Absolutely. The title is They Call Me Q, which is funny because my name is Qurrat, and it's difficult for a lot of people to pronounce and spell. While I was growing up, people would really annihilate the spelling of it as well as the pronunciation. And so through the years, I started telling people to call me Q. And I thought, you know something, this is a solo play about my life, and I want to incorporate that. I want to incorporate how that made me feel when I myself abbreviated my name in order to make others comfortable, in order to make others feel less stressed out in getting my name correct. So I utilize that theme in my play, but moreover, they call me Q. It could be they call me blank. It really represents everyone. Everyone has that moment of not fitting in, something that they don't feel comfortable about in terms of who they are, their culture.
And stereotypes as well.
Stereotypes, exactly.
Which happens a lot, especially here in New York, since there's everybody from all over the world.
Exactly.
We tend to stereotype people.
Exactly.
So.
And I try to represent a lot of different cultures in my play. I have my Puerto Rican self. I have my black friends, my white teachers. I have Indian women, of course, my Indian parents. So I really try to represent a lot of different cultures without being stereotypical, so that it's really my perspective on them and how they made me deal with myself and my life in a certain way without coming across, being very prejudicial or saying that this is how the entire culture is.
So you would say it's about acceptance?
Absolutely.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's about self-acceptance. It's about getting to that place, and I get there in my play, where you can feel that it is okay to be who you are, what you look like, where you're from, and without any apologies. You can be unafraid to forgive yourself. You can be unafraid to love yourself. That's a line in my play. I wasn't afraid anymore. I'm not afraid to love myself. I'm not afraid to fall in love. I'm not afraid to forgive myself. And that line for me is very, very key.
I would also like for you to tell us a little bit about your plans for this year of 2013, what you're doing, where you're going, where can people see you and watch the play?
Absolutely. Well, on January 10th, there was a special event produced by the Inspire Word where I was able to fulfill one of my dreams and perform my play in a bar restaurant in the Lower East Side. I've always wanted to perform in the Lower East Side.
Wow, fancy!
Yeah, but it was so intimate, and it was a sold-out show. I'm so happy about that. And I looked at every single person in the audience. I connected with them right in their eyes, and I felt them. I felt that they were right there with me. So it was really, truly exciting. At February 1st to the 3rd, I will be performing in Maui, and that's going to be a very big change because that's a 400-seat theater. So I'll probably be able to see the first 3 rows, but regardless, as a performer, we feel the energy on stage. We can automatically feel what people are feeling in the audience, whether they're excited to be there or whether it's a 2:00 show and they're tired. We feel it, we need it, and that's why we perform. So that's going to be very, very exciting. After that, I'm going to Orlando to perform in May and to Montreal in June.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's great. And where can people find out about your schedule, where they can see you? Is there a website?
Absolutely. It's qkadwani.com/theycallmeq. And we're also in the midst of setting up lots of college appearances as well. In fact, Dave, I'm here with a heavy heart today because he, on a personal level, he was such a sweet man and will definitely be missed. I mean, I could sit there and talk to him for 4 hours, 5 hours straight. But on a professional level, he was literally a day away from sending out press releases, setting up college tours. He sort of was like that person who said, your dream is right there, and you're gonna get it. And it's almost like it was dangling in front of me, and it was taken away. But at the end of the day, you have to believe that people come into your life for a reason, and he made me believe that dream. Even if for a short time, he made me believe it, and he made me believe that it's possible, that I can achieve what I want to achieve with my play, with my career, and for that, I'm really, really thankful.
That's great. That's good to hear. We all loved him very much. He was definitely a person who encouraged others, and the world needs people like that.
Definitely.
Well, Qurrat, thank you so much for being here with us today. We wish you the best.
Thank you.
And we will definitely keep up to date with your play, and hopefully you win many, many more awards.
Thank you so much.
Next, we have Celinez Bosque, who started the Rhythms of New York with our lovely host, Dave Brodsky.
It's my name. Something pretty, maybe, that will define me and the kind of person I'll be. And then I realized that I have just been named the most difficult name for anyone to pronounce. Coming over here and taking jumps from your stupid roll. It smells like curry. But did I stop cooking? No. Did I say I don't want to or I can't? No. I work. I took care of my children and I cooked the food. I thought about who I could be. And then it came to me. I wanted to be like everyone else. I imagined myself having another culture. And I thought with that, I'd be free. But why can't I go outside? All my friends are out there. Coño, it's like 200 degrees in this stupid apartment. Why you got me locked up in here like a prisoner? I ain't no prisoner, am I? I learned in class that the British kept Indians as captives. That's what you're doing to me right now. I don't know no Indian girls. And now, because of you, I don't want to. Hey, look at you move. Finally. You're like finally loosening up, cute. You won't need to articulate that as an ethnic woman, I am constantly reminded in this socio-political realm that perhaps subconsciously yet pervasive.
And we're back with the Rhythms of New York. I'm Mariana Ava, and to my left we have Celinez. How are you, Celinez?
I'm okay, Mariana. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, we appreciate you coming. As you know, today's a very special show. It's dedicated to Dave Brodsky,
Yes.
our eternal host. And if you don't know Celinez yet, she actually started the show with Dave Brodsky. And I'd like to ask you a little bit about that.
Oh, way back.
Way back, how long ago?
A few years, because I believe we won an award for the show 2009.
Right.
So I believe we started it 2007, around there, 8. It was crazy because Dave, same thing I heard from previous other artists, he contacts you online.
So he scouted you.
He brought me to the attention that he wanted to showcase artists, up and coming artists from New York who didn't really have that platform to get their music out there, and he was interested in doing that, and he came up with the concept Rhythms of New York.
Right.
So we basically together started it from scratch. Mainly him, I gave a lot of input as far as logo, a lot of shots that we used. We started the teasers. They're known as the teasers with the artists. It's like, no, let's get to know them before we take them to the studio. Because in the studio, they're not really going to know you, and they're going to feel a little, you know, that wall that you have there. Even though you're a performer, you're supposed to be ready for it. He wanted everyone to be comfortable on set. So how he would do that, we would do the teaser either at the artist's house or at a park or somewhere where we were able to film, and just get to know them, question them, get their little CD, talk about their music. So when they would come into the studio, it was a pickup from there.
We're very proud and blessed, like I said before, to have met this guy.
Yeah, because I would have never, I mean, my family got to see me on BronxNet.
Right.
And BronxNet has come a long way with a lot of their programming. So everyone's like, what's this Rhythms of New York? It's like, I saw you like on TV, and my mom's face, just, you know, it's a picture's 1,000 words. Just to see her, see me on TV interviewing, even though it was interviewing. And it was having fun with Dave. And I would talk to her about Dave all the time. You know, those moments is why we're here.
Right.
You know, especially I'm an artist, why we're here as artists. We want to do our craft, but we want people to see us. We want to showcase it. And Dave helped artists showcase their craft. You know, Dave found artists from, he was contacted from all over the world.
He was a believer. He
From
believed in
all over
people.
the world, because a lot of online, that's, you know, Facebook, Twitter, it shoots off like wildfire. So he would have people, he would tell me, see, that's his nickname for me. See, I had people at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're, you know, texting me, they're twittering me, like they want to come on the show. But I'm like, it's Rhythms of New York. He was always so adamant about that. Yeah, you can be in Australia, but you got to come to New York so we could showcase you. And we did. We'd had a lot of international artists on the show.
An immediate success.
It's the first few episodes, it just became really, a lot of people were hitting him up and giving him feedback. And, you know, we even had little fan club business cards. Like, it was like, join the Rhythms of the Sea fan club, because he would love teasing me about that. He's like, I'm behind the scenes kind of guy. I don't really want to be in front. He's like, you can do the camera thing.
That's very nice.
Yeah, we would joke about it.
That's great. Well, we always had fun with Dave. We'll miss him very much.
Yeah.
Now, see, if you don't mind me calling you that.
No, perfect.
See, would you be able to tell us a little bit about some artist or one that stood out to you that was on the show?
Oh my gosh.
Or a funny experience you had on set with him? Anything that comes to your mind right now?
There were several. Kylie Edmond, Australian. She was singer-songwriter with the guitar.
Which he hated that term.
Which he hated
right?
singer-songwriter, but we always managed, the word just floated around. But we went to her house to shoot the teaser, and she literally cooked a few of Australian delicacies. Like, it was so weird. Like, I was just tasting and Dave's with the camera, like, yeah, see, you know, go do this and help her do these treats and stuff like that. And she even bought them on the set to film. So we still stay in touch online. I stay in touch online with a lot of the artists. The last one that stood out was this group called Ready and 10. They're like these really handsome rockers. And
I'm sure you enjoyed that.
it was, you know, being the lady, you know, you had fun with the guys. But they came in with the autograph underwear. It was like a ladies bikini thing, and they all autographed it. I'm like, oh my God, Dave was embarrassed, but at the same time, it was just the inside joke.
Oh, that's good. It's good that you get to network and meet a lot of artists and enjoy their show, enjoy their craft. It's a beautiful thing that you guys started.
You really don't get to see that. I mean, a lot of artists, they'll play in local, you know, pubs or colleges and stuff like that. So to give them, that's why we really started the show. It wasn't really about me or Dave. It was about the artists. Let them come in, let's interview them, a real interview. Let them show who they are, and let's have them sing a few songs. So we would have them sing between 1 and 3 songs. And it was just great. And it was a whole variety of music. We'd have the piano with the singer, the piano. We'd have the big bands that we didn't think we could fit, and we fit them in here. We'd have the, you know, the guitar with the girl, the guy. I mean, it was just a whole variety.
Now, what are you doing nowadays? Let's hear a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm still auditioning because, you know, Rhythms is great, but you still have to audition out there as an actress. And I did a film called Harlem Hostel. With Raymond Rodriguez. He was an actor that played with Transformers Part 2.
Wow.
He was with Shia LaBeouf. He was like the
Congratulations.
sidekick guy. So I did like a little scene with him. But again, I've had so many people. I saw you on TV.
That's
I saw you on cable.
experience, too.
And it's perfect for your resume. And I still am in touch with the actor. So that's kind of cool. I have a little celebrity, you know, thing going on there. And I take care of my mom. I do real estate with my sister. I am licensed. And you're always trying to perfect your craft as well.
Absolutely.
So you still want to take classes, and you still want to
Learn
go out
and
there and
grow.
learn and grow.
Absolutely. That's very admirable. It's good that you keep yourself busy as an artist,
You
especially.
have to.
Absolutely. Now, is there maybe a website or a social network account that you'd like to share with everybody so we can
I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
And I'm on Facebook. I don't have a website up yet. I'm trying to get that together as we speak. But you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. Just type my name, Celinez, and I'll pop up with my big smile, my big picture.
Very nice. And any plans for 2013?
Yes, I plan on just reinventing myself so that I can go back more aggressively into the acting. you know, as far as training and photographs and like I said, the website, I just really want to go aggressive this year, not be laid back about it. So
Very nice. See, we wish you the best of luck. Us from the Rhythms of New York. I'm sure Dave believed strongly in you, and he also wishes you the best.
well, thank you for having me here, and thank you for having me be a part of this. It brings back memories to sit here. And Dave, wherever you are, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to help other people and help your vision.
Today, we also have a few people who meant a lot to Dave, and Dave also meant a lot to them. They're here today to say a few words to him.
I'm here today here in the Rhythms of New York because I want to send a quick shout out to my buddy, my mentor, and one of the people I admire most, Mr. Dave Brodsky, who is no longer with us in this earth. And I want to do it on behalf of El Show de Luis Diaz, with my mom, the producer, Quintina Diaz, and my cameraman, Anthony Diaz. And I want to thank Dave for so much support and such a great friendship over the last 4 years. It's been a true privilege and honor to know you, Dave, and you touched all of our lives, and you will never be forgotten, and you will always be in our hearts. And I promise you that I will always take care of Mariana. She'll be on my show as well. I'll make sure of that. So with that being said, I really I want to thank everyone for this great opportunity, and thank you, Dave. You're amazing. God bless you, wherever you are.
David, you crazy cat. I love you, man. You have inspired so many people. You have brought in so much talent to this place. And I hope that every single person that worked with you or you helped out to try to get their music going puts a small little spot on their instrument or somewhere along the line puts you in their lyrics or their songs and thinks about you every day, because you meant a lot to these people and we mean a lot to you. And every day, no matter what it takes, we're going to make sure that we have David Brodsky in our life. David, I love you. God bless you and your family. We stand by you no matter if you're on here on earth or up in the heavens. So tune in, Papa, from above the big satellite dish. Love you.
Hi, I'm Joe Hunt, and I'm from Above the Line. I'm here in memory of Dave. I'm saddened by this moment because he was a real interesting, creative, and overall good individual. I got to know Dave about 3 years ago, and he showed me nothing but great admiration and respect for the love of what he was doing. He was really respectful towards people that were in the arts, and especially him and I, we got along exceptionally well. We greeted each other. I'm in a few photos with him somewhere around BronxNet, and he's sorely gonna be missed. I miss that charming characteristic that he had. He was really a go-getter. You know, he really wouldn't. He was a real little feisty something too. You know, I like that about him too. I mean, he didn't have nothing negative to say, but he was persistent with what he had to say, which is admirable. You know, you have to admire somebody that believes in what they're doing, and if they fight for what they're doing, then you really have to admire them more so. So, you know, I'm gonna miss him immensely. He was a well-liked individual from my perspective, and he won't be forgotten. Matter of fact, you know, in memory of him, may he rest in peace.
Hey Dave, it's me, John Moran, your director for the show. I can still remember the first time I met you, and my first impression was, man, does that guy ever have an off switch? But I mean, that's just the kind of person you were. You were very intense, but in a good way. You wanted things done the right way. You wanted it done properly. and always to your best liking. You know, there wasn't anything wrong with that. I think a lot of people misunderstood that about you, and you were one of those very few people that, despite my, at the time, my very low experience in directing, you know, I was just starting out. You gave me an opportunity of a lifetime, really, and you gave me the chance to you gave me a lot of creative control, and you really put your faith in me, and you always trusted my better judgment and my technical skills and everything. You gave me something that, you know, is priceless, and for that I truly appreciate that, Dave. I don't think I've completely wrapped around my mind the idea that you're no longer with us, and I don't think I ever will. I think when it happened, we had just chatted, you know. It's like one of those things, and I'm still very much so in disbelief. But I know you're in a better place now. I want to thank you so much for everything you've given to us, everything you left us here back on Earth, and you always gave me some very good advice, financial, business-wise, for, you know, media's sake, and you was always a great advisor to that. But you know what? You was an even greater friend. Dave, I want to thank you so much for everything. I can't stop thanking you. It's just, you know, you gave me so much. You gave all of us so much, and from all of us at BronxNet, from all of us at New Face Media Productions, we want to just say rest in peace, Dave. Thank you.
I want to say thank you, Dave Brodsky, for everything. For your time, effort, love, thoughtfulness, and always being positive on everything. I will forever treasure the things that I've learned from you, and I will always keep you in my heart. I will always pray for you, and thank you so much for the memories.
Thank you for watching The Rhythms of New York. Unfortunately, this is our last show, but Dave Brodsky will always be in our hearts as an eternal host and amazing person. I'd also like to thank all our guests that were here today in this show in memory of Dave Brodsky, as well as John Moran, our director, Michael Max Nobby, our executive director, and everybody who's participated in The Rhythms of New York.